Kings Park Diving Complex in Durban is where the African Diving Championships took place recently. Diving has not enjoyed much prominence on the continent, but that is rapidly changing. Egyptian divers, arguably the best in Africa at the moment, made the trip to KwaZulu-Natal. Botswana also sent divers, so 3 countries in total took part.
Judge number 12, Tim Bashford, and judge number 5, Kate Shepherd.
We look at Jamie Gundry from South Africa in the women's 10-meter platform final.
5-2, 5-3.
The preliminary rounds have taken place. Now it's time for the finals, albeit only with 2 divers. The divers will each have 5 dives judged by 5 judges. Jamie is doing a 2.5 back somersault with 1.5 twists. It's not an easy dive. The degree of difficulty ranges from 1.2 through to 4.8. This dive had a 3.2 degree of difficulty. Next up, Maha Goda from Egypt. She is doing an arm stand back somersault with half a twist. The degree of difficulty in this dive is 2.7. As far as the scoring is concerned, the 5 judges award a squad of 10, 1 just being satisfactory and 10 excellent. Our event commentator Florella Barberini can be heard, as well as the announcer reading out the judges' score.
She has to begin back or she will lose marks. Excellent dive from Maha.
7, 7, 7, 6, 7.
Let's now look at the dives from round 2.
Round 2, Jamie, 6, 2, 4, 3, D, 3.2.
Jamie Gundry, the 25-year-old South African, will attempt an arm stand with a back double somersault and 1.5 twists. 3.2 is a higher degree of difficulty than the Egyptian's previous dive. The highest and the lowest scores from the 5 judges are taken away, and the remaining 3 scores are added. It's then multiplied by the difficulty factor. Jamie Gundry could score well, but her entry isn't executed as she had planned.
5.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 5.5.
Jamie's dive was very good. Unfortunately, her entry.
107C, 2.7.
The second dive of Maha Goda now, a forward 3.5 somersault in the tuck position. The dive has a 2.7 degree of difficulty.
3.5 somersaults in tuck position, lining up the entry.
The judges like her dive, and she scores very well.
8, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5.
Even though there are only 2 divers in this 10-meter platform final, it is very encouraging to witness the improvement in African diving.
Both Maha and Jamie are diving for a position in the Olympics in Japan in 2020.
This event is an Olympic qualifier for Tokyo 2020 in July this year. Jamie is a former gymnast and started diving when she was 13. She is currently studying medicine in Southampton in the United Kingdom. This is the third round and Jamie Gundry will do a forward 3.5 somersault. The degree of difficulty is 3.0.
The dive she will be doing now is the same dive that Maha did in pike.
The execution is good, but the timing of the entry is off, and she'll lose points here. 2 dives remain, but the Egyptian has a fairly commanding lead.
Maha, 305C, 2.8.
Maha's dive now is in the reverse position.
Maha Gowda is doing a reverse 2.5 somersaults. This is a risky dive, as the diver often gets quite close to the edge of the platform. 2.8 is the degree of difficulty. A good top half to the dive, but the entry not so good.
3.5, 4. 3.5, 3.5, 4.5.
We move ahead to the 5th and final dive for our 2 finalists.
This is the final round of the women's platform final from South Africa, Jamie Gundry, 405B, 2.8.
Jamie Gundry is doing an inward 2.5 somersault with a 2.8 degree of difficulty. She scores well, better than the Egyptian with her similar earlier dive, but it is not enough to take the lead.
6.5, 6, 6.
Maha Gowda is doing a forward 1.5 somersault with 1 twist. Not as good as her previous dives, but enough for her to be crowned 10-meter platform champion of Africa. We'll show you the men's 10-meter platform final a bit later in the program.
And concludes the women's platform final. Well done, divers.
I feel so happy doing the 10 meter and actually like prelims, the semi-final and final. So it was feeling good after all of that to finish a champion, African champion. I have been diving for 11 years. So yeah, I love diving. It's part of my life. And I've been training like every day for 4 hours. So it's part of my life. I already did, I qualified before 2016 for Olympics, but this year, that 2020, I would like to do finalists in 10-meter platform in Olympic Games.